Today we're unraveling a heartbreaking and shocking tale from a small village in Tatarstan, where a seemingly perfect love story ended in tragedy just days after a joyous wedding. Let's dive into the haunting case of Alsu and Timur Prorokov. In relationships marked by abuse, one partner often displays overt cruelty, aggression, or disrespect toward the other, whether it's a spouse, family member, or co-worker. These individuals are sometimes excused as merely hot-tempered or emotionally volatile. But the most insidious abuse is the kind that lurks in the shadows, unnoticed by outsiders who believe everything is perfect, until a devastating event shatters The idyllic romance between Alsu and Timur Prorokov was the envy of their small rural community of Mesyagutovo. Childhood sweethearts who met in school, their bond grew stronger over years of dating, culminating in a lavish wedding that drew relatives from across the region. To everyone around them, they were the epitome of love, mutual respect, and devotion. But just 3 days after their celebration, the newlyweds were laid to rest in the same grave at the local cemetery. What could have gone so horribly wrong in such a short time? Let's unravel this complex and tragic case. Alsu, later Prorokova, was born on January 4, 2001, in the quaint village of Melekes, nestled in the Tumazinski district of Tatarstan. The youngest of 2 siblings, Alsu grew up alongside her protective older brother Ruslan, under the care of their mother, Elvira Shishova, after their parents' divorce. When Elvira remarried, the family relocated to Mesyagutovo, a serene village of about 2,000 residents, located 12 miles from the bustling city of Naberezhnya Chelny. Alsu and Ruslan embraced their stepfather, affectionately calling him Dad, and quickly adapted to their new home. The tight-knit community, a mix of Russians, Tatars, and Udmurts, fostered a peaceful environment where neighbors knew each other well. Mesyagutovo was a haven of simplicity, far removed from the chaos of urban life. The local community center hosted weekly dances, performing arts classes, and festive concerts showcasing local talent. Alsu thrived in this setting, excelling academically and earning praise from teachers as a diligent, intelligent, and composed student. Her diplomatic nature allowed her to resolve conflicts with ease, and her striking beauty and kind heart made her a magnet for friends. Among her closest companions was her cousin, Sabrina Sabashnikova, 3 years her junior. Despite the age difference, the two were inseparable, sharing secrets and a striking resemblance that made them seem like sisters. Tragically, their bond would end in a shared fate. From a young age, Alsu faced severe health challenges. A viral infection in childhood led to chronic kidney failure, a condition that progressively worsened. Regular trips to a specialized clinic in Naberezhnya Chelny for hemodialysis became a necessity, as her kidneys could no longer function independently. The Sabashnikova family, of modest means, struggled to cover the costs of her treatments, medications, and procedures. During flare-ups, Alsu often switched to homeschooling, missing months of classes, which hindered her preparation for university entrance exams. Despite her academic aspirations to study economics at the Kazan Innovative University's Naberezhny Chelny branch, her health and financial constraints made higher education unattainable. Her mother suggested vocational training as a practical alternative, prompting Alsu to complete courses in eyelash extensions and nail care. She began working from home, a setup that accommodated her medical needs while allowing her to contribute to the family's income. Alsu's optimism never wavered. Determined to carve out a fulfilling career, she remained hopeful about her future, refusing to let her illness define her. It was during her school years that she met Timur Prorokov, a charismatic student 4 years her senior. Their connection was instant, evolving from friendship to a deep romance that would shape their lives. Timur Prorokov, born in 1997 in Naberezhnya Chelny, hailed from a relatively affluent family. His parents owned a stable business, providing a comfortable lifestyle and prioritizing education for their 2 sons. Timur's older brother, Artur, pursued a law degree and joined the Ministry of Internal Affairs. In the late 2000s, the Prorokovs purchased land in Mesyagutovo, constructing a family home where Timur and Artur assisted with building and maintenance. Known for his calm demeanor, Timur avoided conflicts, opting for negotiation over confrontation. He was quick to admit fault and apologize, earning respect from peers and elders alike. An active participant in the community, he performed in local dance groups and arts events, continuing these passions into adulthood. Timur's life wasn't without hardship. His mother's aggressive cancer diagnosis in the years following his military service in the Navy devastated the family. Despite efforts to save her, she passed away within months. A year later, his father remarried, and the family warmly welcomed his new wife. Eventually, Timur's parents returned to Naberezhny Chelny for business, leaving the nearly completed Mesyagutovo house to Timur, who continued its upkeep. Alsu and Timur's relationship deepened despite her health struggles. She was candid about her kidney condition, but Timur's devotion never faltered. He promised to face her challenges alongside her, a vow he upheld through countless hospital visits and treatments. After his military service, Timur joined the family business, earning enough to support both himself and Alsu. She, however, insisted on maintaining her independence, continuing her home-based work until her condition forced her to stop using certain materials. Investigators theorized that Timur, possibly intoxicated and jealous, returned home, argued with Alsu, and snapped, killing both women in a rage. Later that day, his car was found at a roadside cafe near Yelabuga, with Timur dead inside from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A rifle belonging to his father was found in his hands, suggesting suicide. Security footage confirmed Timur left the house with friends and returned alone, but his movements afterward were unclear. A witness reported an unfamiliar car near the Prorokov home that night, adding to the mystery. As the investigation deepened, a 47-year-old massage therapist from Naberezhny Chelny emerged, alleging Timur visited her that night, possibly after the murders. She claimed he assaulted her when she demanded payment, though she later retracted her statement, fueling rumors of interference by Timur's well-connected relatives. Speculation swirled that Timur's absence that night involved infidelity, sparking a fatal argument with Alsu, with Sabrina's defense of her cousin escalating the violence. Another theory pointed to Timur's possible use of his late mother's prescription painkillers found in the home. Mixing these with alcohol could have triggered an altered mental state, leading to the killings and his subsequent suicide. No charges were filed as the suspect was deceased, but Alsu's family rejected Timur's guilt, insisting on his love for her. At Elvira's request, the couple was buried together, a testament to their bond even in death. The tragedy rocked Mesyagutovo and Tatarstan, drawing intense media scrutiny. Villagers spread rumors, muddling the truth, while the families shunned publicity. Timur's father claimed an autopsy revealed signs of abuse on his son's body, suggesting foul play, but investigators confirmed only the gunshot wound, consistent with suicide. The case remains a haunting enigma, a stark reminder that even the most perfect-seeming relationships can hide deadly secrets. Thank you for joining me on this heartbreaking journey. Your support keeps this channel alive, so please like, comment, and share this video. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think happened that fateful night? Subscribe for more gripping true crime stories, and I'll see you in the next one. By 2018, Alsu's health took a dire turn. Her kidneys were failing and dialysis was no longer sufficient. A kidney transplant was her only hope, with her mother, Elvira, identified as a perfect donor. The surgery, however, was prohibitively expensive, pushing the family to the brink. Alsu's condition deteriorated, causing severe swelling that altered her appearance, leaving her distraught. She urged Timur to stay away, fearing he'd see her at her lowest, but he refused, remaining steadfastly by her side. The Mesyagutovo community rallied around Alsu. A charity concert, featuring a performance by Timur's dance group, raised the funds needed for the transplant. Alsu and Elvira traveled to a renowned Moscow clinic where the surgery was a success. The road to recovery was grueling, requiring strict medication regimens, dietary restrictions, and regular checkups to ensure the new kidney functioned properly. Alsu spent 6 months in the hospital and another year at home, shielding herself from infections that could prove fatal. Her family and Timur provided unwavering support, though some worried about the toll her condition might take on her young suitor. Yet Timur's commitment never wavered. He practically lived at the hospital during her recovery, driving her to appointments and sourcing medications when needed. In August 2021, Timur proposed and Alsu joyfully accepted. They underwent the nikah, an Islamic marriage ceremony, and moved into Timur's Mesyagutovo home, still under construction. Alsu resumed her home-based work, while Timur commuted to Naberezhny Chelny for his job. They saved for a grand wedding, planned for January 2022, coinciding with Alsu's 21st birthday on January 4th. The celebration, held at her parents' home, was a 3-day affair filled with love and laughter. Relatives and friends, including Alsu's cousin Sabrina as bridesmaid, gathered to toast the couple's future. Elvira, moved to tears, thanked fate for bringing Timur into their lives, calling him a son. But the joy was short-lived. On January 23, 2022, Elvira awoke from a disturbing dream, unable to shake a sense of dread. Unable to reach Alsu, Sabrina, or Timur by phone, she and her husband rushed to the newlyweds' home. Finding the door unlocked and Timur's car missing, panic set in. Inside, Elvira discovered a horrifying scene. Alsu and Sabrina lay dead on the living room floor, stabbed multiple times. The brutality of the attack was unimaginable, with over a dozen wounds inflicted by a knife and scissors, though the weapons were missing. Elvira collapsed, requiring medical attention as police and forensic teams arrived. Timur, the prime suspect, was nowhere to be found, his phone unreachable. His family vehemently defended him, insisting he adored Alsu and was incapable of such violence. Witnesses described the couple as harmonious, with Timur doting on his wife. Yet, a few neighbors painted a darker picture, alleging Timur's jealousy fueled private arguments, with Alsu feeling trapped by her reliance on him. The night before, Timur had hosted friends, drinking late into the evening. After seeing them off, he vanished for nearly 90 minutes, prompting Alsu to text a friend, Anna, about her concern. At 2 a.m., she messaged that Timur had returned and all was well, a seemingly normal exchange that belied the horror to come.